art is like everything around you.
Art shows more than words can express.
It's really a way of like expressing yourself, and it's just a totally different feel going to the art room.
It's just a way to open up and make friends through it and like get really good experience and find another way of seeing into other people's feelings.
You think you know a lot about it, but there's so many little things to learn, and it really just it opens your world.
It's really nice to see how like one person will take one thing and move in one direction, and another person will take that same thing and move in a completely other direction.
Yeah, it's really cool because like you see like 5 examples on the screen, and then at the end there's like 25 different things that they relate to each other, but they're not the same at all. Like they're completely different.
I think that the collaboration, the talking between students, or seeing what other kids are doing when you walk by a table and just stopping and saying, wait a second, how did you create that? I feel like they build off each other, and that's huge.
It's really interesting to see how everyone's background and everything that happened before that moment, before you choose what to create, like really influences what you decide to move forward.
Every student brings to the class different skills, and really one of the beauties about art is that it really celebrates our individual gifts.
Art allows me to put, feelings on a page. Like art expresses things that you can't express with words.
Your creativity isn't just from yourself, but it's from also your peers too.
Yeah, we're constantly bouncing ideas off each other. It's like collaboration that feeds into your creativity and inspires you to do other things that you wouldn't think of.
Art is about getting your ideas out, being creative. Everything you have in your head, you get to express it by with your hands.
Just working with something that you can picture in your head but also make in your hands is kind of dream fulfilling, really. And I kind of like it a lot.
Art is a way to take the world and make it your own and put your own twist on it. You can look at something and everyone can see it in a different way, which is more valuable than people think. And art is the way that you can actually put that down on paper and show what you mean rather than just keeping it inside.
When I do art, I usually use a lot of colors, and that like represents like my personality in that kind of way.
Just applying skills that we do in art to other classes, it makes us more creative in other projects we do.
I feel that art is like a pathway for me to show my creativity and develop the creative part of my brain.
I feel like the connection that I have with the people in the class is different because the teacher allows us to be ourselves. We're just allowed to be free, and I like that.
Everybody's style is so drastically different, and yet each piece and each collection of work is just like so amazing, and I like that that's possible.
The teachers are really good at helping me develop my skills and just the little technical things.
The process of art making can be as much fun and as rewarding, if not more, than the product.
Learning technique and skills, value, all that kind of thing really helped a lot. Just on the technical aspect. I had a lot of creativity, but the technique wasn't always there. So that was a really big boost for me.
I like to use different mediums that I'm not usually comfortable using. Sometimes the way I'm feeling will read out on my pieces.
It makes me feel like I'm creating something that people can look at and be fascinated and look into and see the story behind it and make them think.
Sometimes it's hard to say how you're feeling, but when you express it on paper, it's easier to kind of read into it.
It's not about having a plan and just executing the plan, but that we learn things along the way and that we have to adjust and make changes according to what we see, and that every step is built on the last step or the last mark or the last color that we put down. So it's very organic in that way.
I think it's boosted my confidence. I really do, because when I was younger, I was really shy, kind of, kept to myself and stuff, and I would let the art kind of talk for me. A lot of my friends would come over and see me drawing these crazy abstract things and be like, wow, that's really cool, what does that mean to you? And it was kind of like a bridge almost, bridge the gap between people for me, and it allowed me to speak through that way. I do feel confident now. It makes you feel good, because the more you practice and the more you express yourself, it becomes part of who you are, and that really is a confidence booster, self-esteem wise also.
I can be creative without any limits, so that's really helpful. It kind of puts things in perspective and allows you to look at the world in different ways depending on what piece I'm doing.
There's so many classes here.
I find art classes to be just as rigorous as my regular classes.
It's okay to make mistakes.
If you're thinking about it in any capacity, I'd seriously take that risk earlier on, maybe freshman, sophomore year.
Art is all about problem solving.
Don't worry too much about if you are good or not. If you feel like it's a passion, makes you happy, then do it. Because as you do it more and more, you'll get better at it.